After a week of violence in southwest Nova Scotia, RCMP presence in the region has been ramped up.
Go ahead, arrest me, get mad at me, do whatever you want.
The federal government authorizing more officers to keep peace in an area where a crisis over Indigenous fishing treaty rights has escalated. Tensions built again this weekend after the burning of a lobster pound, storing the catches of local Mi'kmaq fishers. The Prime Minister tweeted he's appalled by the acts of violence, intimidation and destruction taking place in Nova Scotia. His Minister of Indigenous Services said the same.
Here we are as a country witnessing this with disgust. As a Minister of Indigenous Services, a Minister of the Crown, I need to do more than just react with disgust. We have a clear role of ensuring this country moves forward in respecting treaty rights.
Saturday's suspicious fire broke out at one of two facilities targeted by hundreds of non-Indigenous commercial fishermen earlier in the week. Angered the Mi'kmaq fishing when the federally mandated commercial season is closed.
With that comes the discussion with commercial fishermen and real issues around economic gain, conservation.
Did you read this treaty? Did you? No, I didn't.
But First Nations say they are exercising a Supreme Court-recognized treaty right to fish for a moderate livelihood.
Is it acceptable to any person in this country that they have to go to court to exercise their rights or to have their rights perfected? And the answer is no. Time and time again, Indigenous peoples have had to go to court.
Right, that burn. I said you're putting it out now.
Police have now charged someone with arson after a van was torched Tuesday night and lobsters and property damaged. A charge of assault was also laid in connection with this confrontation with the chief of the Sipekne'katik First Nation. The Indigenous leader has been calling for additional RCMP support to protect First Nation fishermen.
What do you say to Canadians who feel the Trudeau government hasn't done enough to step in and resolve this dispute?
We have been present and working hard. A lot of these discussions don't happen in the public domain, nor should they. So those conversations have been happening. Clearly, what's happened over the last few days has shocked the conscience of Canadians.
Nova Scotia's premier says before the province looks at its rules for fish buyers, Ottawa must answer the question of what constitutes legal harvesting under a moderate livelihood fishery. Now, Minister Miller says Ottawa not having the answers in situations like this can be a good thing. But he says part of that will mean some difficult dialogue ahead. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.